I'm Mona Wong.
And I'm Brian Denton. Welcome to Home Buying Uncensored, the show where we talk about home buying, home owning, and all the not so fun stuff that comes along with it.
We're here to be your professionals, and we're also realists, and we're also funny.
If your goal is to be a homeowner, whether it be a primary residence, vacation, or investment, you should listen to this.
Brian,
Yes, Mona.
you know, like when you get your mortgage payment, you get your mortgage bill, your statement. How many more ways can I call it? That's about it, right? Statement, invoice,
Yeah, bill,
whatever. So when you're doing your budgeting, we often forget like the two biggest pieces of a mortgage payment other than the interest.
Homeowners insurance and real estate taxes.
Yeah. And taxes now are really high, especially if you live in Massachusetts.
They're not cheap in a lot of the country either.
We need to remember, or what you need to know as a borrower or new borrower, if you've never had a mortgage before, is to know that part of your mortgage payment includes your escrows.
Correct.
And your escrows is what pays your taxes and insurance.
Yeah, and a lot of people get escrows confused with closing costs, and closing costs are not escrows.
Right. And mortgage payment, sometimes people are like, oh, I got the same rate from another person, but the payment was lower. And it's because they didn't include the escrows.
Right.
And the escrows are going to be the same no matter where you go, because your taxes don't change if you work with a different lender. And your home insurance, it's going to be whatever home insurance company you want to work with, whether it's ABC Insurance or DEF Home Insurance. It's the same no matter what lender you work with. So your escrows are your escrows. How do you describe escrows to your clients?
I tell them a couple different things. I said the escrows basically are what we collect up front. So when the tax bill comes due and your homeowner's insurance comes due next year, there's enough money in that account to pay it off. And whether it's the taxes, for instance, in Florida, where I live, taxes are due once a year. In Massachusetts, taxes are due quarterly, correct?
Most places.
Most places.
There are some places that biannual.
Right. So you have to account for that. So if your taxes are $300 a month and they need to collect 8 months worth of taxes, that's an additional $2,400 that is going to be collected at closing.
Yeah.
So that money has to be accounted for.
Right.
Also, what people don't realize too is prepaid interest is part of in the escrow lines too, because unlike paying rent, your mortgage payment is always paid in arrears. What I mean by that is if you make your 1 December payment, that's for the month of November. Whereas if you make a 1 December payment for rent, that's for the month of December. So it goes a little bit backwards. So that money gets collected too at closing, along with usually 3 months of homeowners insurance up front.
So the way I like to explain it is I like to tell people to think of it as a savings account within your mortgage. And so when you start your mortgage, you cannot start your savings account with $0 in there. So depending on how much your home insurance is, we usually collect 2 months worth in your escrows. And then for your taxes, depending on where we are in the tax cycle, you might only need 2 months worth of taxes, or you might need 5 months worth of taxes because taxes are due right off the bat. And so, like you said, in Massachusetts, most taxes are due February, May, August, and November. So if you're closing in January, you're going to have to pay taxes right off the bat.
Correct.
So you're going to need 3 months worth of taxes, and then you'll need 2 months worth to go into your escrow account. So that's 5 months worth of taxes right off the bat. So for escrows, like you said, for home insurance, you're going to pay for an entire year up front. We start an escrow account with 2 months worth so that when it's time for renewal the following year, the money's in the escrow account. And then the taxes, the money goes in there. And then every quarter or whenever your taxes are due, the city goes to the mortgage company and asks for the money from them directly, and you don't have to pay it separately. There are some people who don't like to escrow.
Is escrow mandatory?
Depends.
So depending on what your loan to value is, what your down payment is.
Depends on what kind of loan you have.
Correct.
Like FHA requires escrows.
Regardless.
Yeah, so it depends on the type of loan program that you are using, escrows may be mandatory. Now, some people don't like to escrow because they like to think that they have a lower monthly payment. But in reality, like either way, you're going to be paying this money. Your taxes and insurance, you're not going to get away with not paying it. Like personally, for me, I like to have everything escrowed so I don't get this tax bill every quarter. I still get a copy of my tax bill. And when I open it, I throw up a little bit, but then I remember, oh, I don't have to pay that. It's coming out of my escrows.
Correct.
So that's just me. And plus, I have so much going on that I don't want to think about, oh, shit, I got to stop and pay the tax bill.
Yeah. I've done it both ways. I've had non-escrows on homes that I've owned. I've had escrows, but I prefer escrows. I
I've always
prefer,
escrowed.
yeah, it's just so much easier. I mean,
Getting that bill,
yeah,
it sucks.
yeah, because life happens when you own a home.
And I get it, like your monthly payment every month for your mortgage is lower if you're not escrowing, but then it's like every quarter you have to come up with this big chunk of change.
And if you have something happen disastrous, where it goes into your cash flow, and that money was meant for real estate taxes,
Yeah,
that doesn't go away.
my children are a blessing. Let me just put that out there. My children are a blessing, but they're freaking expensive. And so they could very easily spend my tax money without me even realizing I've spent it. And that's just really dangerous.
Yeah, it's kind of
Because a
crazy.
pair of sneakers could cost as much as real estate taxes.
Pair of sneakers. Where the hell you
I
buying?
mean, I exaggerate.
I
Maybe
guess.
2 pairs.
Jeez. I mean, taxes. I've seen tax bills on a quarterly basis, like $5,000.
I know. So maybe not shoes.
Yeah.
But like your home insurance, that could easily be 2 handbags.
I don't have my collection of handbags I sold.
Yeah,
So,
I'm a bag whore. I love my handbags.
yeah.
That's my weakness.
When I first got into the business, I thought escrows were a French delicacy.
Right, because they're sort of like escargots where they
Yeah.
kind of stay hidden a little bit,
Yeah.
but then they poke their head out. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
So the other thing I hear is
Anything with poking your head out gets my attention.
people with control issues do not like to escrow.
No.
They like to have control of when the money is paid out
Yeah.
and how it's paid out and all of that, which, okay, like I get that. If you're really that type A, I can think of a few clients I know. They have such control issues. They're like, nope, I need to know and I need to do this and I need to know that it's being paid on time. So I totally get that. Okay. But then there are some who are like, well, no, because I could take that $1,500 and I can invest it somewhere and make $4. And I still want to be able to make my $4.
Correct. You see that a lot on high net worth individuals that
Right.
like
But we're talking about like regular people.
a first time home buyer. I just would not recommend waiving escrows. But you don't pay your own escrows, right? You pay them through your mortgage payment, correct?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I have control issues, but not over that.
Yeah.
Other things. I hate seeing that bill every quarter. And it makes me, like I said, it makes me throw up in my mouth a little bit. And then I realize, oh, I don't have to pay it.
Yeah, that's why when like a borrower gets a loan estimate and then they get the closing disclosure at the end of the transaction and they're like, oh, how come my closing costs went up? And it's not your closing costs.
Yeah, it's your
It's
taxes.
just your taxes and your
Oh,
escrows.
and on the other side of that too, when you do escrow and you get your mortgage statement, well, sometimes your taxes actually go up,
Yeah.
believe it or not, or your home insurance. And so I always get that question of, oh my God, Mona, why didn't my mortgage payment go up? Well, your mortgage payment didn't go up, but your escrows went up.
Right. Your taxes went up, your
Right.
homeowner's insurance went up.
Right.
So
So be prepared for that. So, like, if you are buying a home and you're budgeting yourself so tight that if the payment goes up, including your escrows, if it goes up by like $100 and it totally like screws you and you can't live, then maybe you shouldn't be buying a house. Because know that your taxes and your insurance do increase every year for the most part.
well, think about buying a car. You have a car payment and then you have your auto insurance.
Right.
Your auto insurance isn't stagnant every year. It can go up.
It can.
So that's not saying
But the difference with that is, it's not part of your car payment.
right. I know, but people say so. I'm using the
Right.
analogy that the money you're laying out went for your car
Yeah.
went up.
Yeah,
So
because
it's
car insurance wicked expensive too.
yeah,
Good Lord.
especially people my age because we run into shit looking for like a Olive
Mhm.
Garden or something. So just keep in mind if you're on the road around 4:30 and I'm heading to dinner, you might want to stay off it.
Pull off to the side because you can't miss that early bird
I
special.
know Sanker and tapioca pudding, my fave.
Oh,
Oh,
I love that.
not
Yeah.
not exciting stuff, but it's part of the
It's part of the mortgage payment. Be prepared for it.
yeah.
It's it's just a way of life.
And we always encourage questions too, because we're not going to be able to cover everything. So,
Right.
you know,
Tell me if we make you laugh or not. Like if Brian's putting you to sleep, let us know. We want to know these things. Like, what do you guys think of this? Brian's wearing blue socks with brown shoes.
there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I don't know if you like that kind of thing, I guess. All right, guys. We'll see you on the flip side. Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. We really enjoyed having you here. If you have any questions, drop us a note. Let us know. You can get us at hello@homebuyinguncensored.com. You can also reach us on Instagram. Our handle is homebuying_uncensored. Thanks.